Hi, I'm Mo. I'm a disabled furry artist located in the cold weather of Norway. And this is Kid, my persona. It's Voidling, a species that I came up with at a very young age, and has progressed into a multiverse that I expand on through other videos and lore and art. How did I get here? Well, I've been drawing since I was a kid, mostly to get through tough times, but began to draw was on Insta at 16-ish. Always been a huge fan of very saturated art and interesting themes explored through it, like mental health, trauma, etc. My art itself is consistent of my OCs, which are basically little people in my head who I may go through tough shit to explore those topics for guys. Always have their own little dedicated videos, which you can watch on my channels, and more if you want more of any of the specific ones. Otherwise than doing art and stuff, I have been a gamer since I was a kid. I remember playing Dead Space with my brothers on the PlayStation and getting really freaking scared at the one section where you open a door and one of the xenomorphs comes through. But I've always been very fascinated with horror and how it explores themes and just horror movies in general. Like Sinister is my favorite horror movie. It is so good, even if it's a very like any other horror film like the Conjuring films. I've been playing horror games for most of my life, and I always enjoy horror games more than other topics. My favorite horror game now, and in a lot of ways, is Alien Isolation, which I'm a huge fan of the Alien franchise as well. I've watched all the movies and I adore the games so much. Other than that, my favorite games would probably be like Undertale, Deltarune, Mori, Hollow Knight and Silksong, and what very much depends on the day and time. I've been recently playing through Silksong, which I made a video about, which was really fun. I also watch animations. I love The Amazing Digital Circus. I love From, which is a horror series. But I don't often really watch movies or series. I've noticed I play games more or just draw more. On the side, I really like to explore animal facts. I've been want to be very interested in finding out new facts about animals. I watch a lot of like animal videos explaining fun facts about them, like otters holding hands in the water, pufferfish being edible. If you like take away the poison in Japan, it's like a dish or something, which is really cool. Disabled is a word I've used a lot, and you probably wonder why. There's a video explaining it in detail, but to be brief, I have been through a lot of trauma in my life that has caused me to become disabled later on in life, and other things that probably weren't caught early enough to become new things. And I have been in therapy for a very long time. I'm actually going back in therapy now soon because I have some things I want to speak about, and I've always been very much a mental advocate for mental health issues. Even from when I just started YouTube, I would always want to talk about mental health and how much importance it had to me as someone who didn't have that growing up. Why do I stream? Well, I stream because I don't really have that many friends in real life or online. I struggle to talk to people and I'm socially awkward. But one thing that's always kind of motivated me is making other people smile and feel comfort and be happy. I grew up watching Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, and I wanted to be that. Because they were that for me, and I don't know how to repay that. Otherwise than that, I'm disabled. And to be honest, it might sound selfish of me to say that, but it's the only way I know how to make money. I have had to fight the medical system and government in Norway for 20 plus years, I guess. I don't even know fucking when. To get any support, and because I cannot work, I have no way of fending for myself. And growing up poor, it was kind of hard. So I want to, find a way to make money and have a somewhat normal life for me and my family. I asked people in my on my YouTube channel what their questions for me were. So we have Isabel Murray, who asked, can we have an art tutorial from you? I've never really been the one to say that I would do any educational stuff. I've always struggled to explain things and show things visually. So I don't think aside from the tip videos I already make, I will make anything specific. I don't feel like I have the knowledge, and I'm still learning a lot myself, and I guess my fear is just I don't want to teach something that will be a bad habit later on. What's my favorite fandom or community to be in? The Celeste community. I've always felt warmth from them, and I never felt like I had to justify being silly and goofy, because I've had a lot of other times where I've had interactions with people who would not be kind to me because I was a bit quirky and a bit out of the social norms in consideration to I'm loud, I'm aggressive, I'm awkward, and I say dumb shit, you know, and people would kind of judge me for that, especially of the furry part. But in the Celeste community, I've always just felt like I belonged. What are some motivations or inspirations for your art? A lot. It depends completely on which characters you're talking about. I know for Kate, Xenomorphs, Aliens, and Hollow Knight has been huge inspirations, but it's also been my own trauma and events happening in my life that has kind of led to the type of art I make for him. But in general, it's just been to try and show topics that I enjoy and topics I want to explore in a lens that isn't me, but characters I can portray the events that I've gone through, and hopefully find people who will feel comfort or feel like they're not alone because they see other people who speak about the same thing. Last question is, do you like tacos? Very important question. Yes, I do. We have Pile of Bread who asked, who's your favorite music artist band? Because it depends completely. At the moment, I really like this one artist called Calypso, who did a couple of cool songs. I've been a long time fan of Nate Wants to Battle. Kesha is a good one. Cage for the Elephant, 20 Boat Pilots, I've listened a little bit to. Weathers Says Lovey is really good, and I listen to it when I kind of need to just not feel alone, or like, I don't know how to explain it properly, but I just need to vibe out. If you could commit one crime without any punishment, then what would you choose? Oh my god, this is what my community does. I would probably steal from the billionaires and steal from the banks and give it to first the people in poverty, and then the people who don't have any place to live, or like specific like that. Like share out to the lower class people. What's your number one op? I don't understand what that means. I'm just gonna move on. Which fandoms are you a part of? Celeste fandom I've been a part of for the better of 3 years. Hollow Knight I've been a part of for ages. I used to be a part of the FNAF community. I don't know, otherwise nah. Undertale Deltarune, yeah, I've been a part of that fandom for a very long time. I was there for Deltarune Chapter 1's survey program. And of course, what is your favorite creature? Channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.